Get ready for the battle of two budget desktop CPU. It's the Intel i5-14600KF versus the AMD Ryzen 5 7600X. Today we will find out whether it is really worth it to buy the 14600KF or just save your money and get the 7600X. But before we step into this question and answer it, let's talk about the specs of both the CPUs. Both of the CPUs are about 6 cores. In terms of Intel, I'm only talking about the performance cores. The 7600X has 6 cores and 12 threads, while the 14600KF has 6 performance cores as well as 8 efficient cores, for a total of 14 cores and 20 threads. The 7600X has more cache, which will be more important in games than the extra 8 E-cores. In terms of motherboards, we would recommend sticking with the X670 and the B650M, as they will save you some money, but it still provides excellent performance regardless. Both the CPUs were tested in the identical system, with only the differences being the motherboard. Intel uses the MSI Pro B760M, while the AMD uses the Gigabyte B650M. Now let's get to the exciting part, the performance benchmarks. We ran a series of tests including gaming, multitasking and content creation to see how the CPUs stack up against each other. Starting with the Cinebench R23 multi-core results, we see that the 14600KF is good for a roughly of 24,491 points after a 10-minute loop, making it a whopping 58% faster than the 7600X, an embarrassing margin there for AMD, and a quick indication that productivity is going to be a one-sided battle. The single-core performance of those P cores is also very good, as the 14600KF managed to push ahead of the 13600K and the 7700X, making it a few percent faster than the 7600X. This again suggests that the best case, the 7600X will only match the 14600KF in productivity benchmarks, and even then, this will be a rare chance. In the 3D Mark time spy test, the 7600X is noticeably lagged behind the 14600KF, showcasing Intel's overall dominance in this particular benchmark. Notably, the 14600KF was closer in score to the 13700K with only a 21-point difference overall. It's worth mentioning that a slightly overclocked 13600K could potentially pump out the same comparable performance levels. In the 5-strike benchmark, which is particularly relevant for gaming performance, the Ryzen 5 7600X showcased a great lead. It outperformed the Ryzen 9 5950X in overall performance and came close to challenging the more expensive 14600KF. The results in the time spy test highlighted the distinct performance characteristics of the two CPU models, leading to the consistently high score across all tested CPUs. Surprisingly, the 14600KF lagged behind its previous generation counterparts. Gamers, this is where it gets interesting. We tested both the CPUs in the popular titles to see which one delivers a smoother gaming experience. In Battlefield 2024, the chips are tested at both 4K and 1080p. I would recommend placing more emphasis on the 1080p scores, as these are more relevant to market but fall significantly short of the 14600KF from Intel. At this higher resolution, where a multi-threaded workload is more useful, the Ryzen 5 chip predictably falls behind. In our final benchmark, utilizing the Spider-Man remastered at 4K, the Intel Core i5-14600KF demonstrated an average frame rate of 105 FPS in this GPU-bound AAA title. This performance level is commendable, ensuring an enjoyable gaming experience for most consumers. If I was building a new PC today, either for gaming or business, I would definitely go with the 14600KF. It's the obvious decision. But if saving your money is your top priority and your budget doesn't allow you to go higher for 14600KF, then you can either go with the 7600X or the i5-13600K. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this CPU comparison helpful, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comment section down below. Which CPU would you choose in your next build? Let us know. We will catch you in the next video. Till then, stay awesome, keep spreading positive vibes. Peace out.